As yoga teachers, we often emphasize the importance of breath, yet never have a full session on breathing practices. And there are many forms of pranayama, moving the prana, this life force energy. In this practice, we'll be focusing on very accessible breathing practices that you can apply in your daily life, especially if in times like these you get very anxious or are feeling very stressed. A lot of the breath practices in yoga have to do with heat or creating pressure or a cleansing practice. In this practice, we'll focus on techniques that you can apply, especially at the end of the class, at the end of your practice. I'll be seated on the chair for the first part of the practice and then lying down. So if you'd like to lie down on your bed, that's fine. Or if you'd like to sit on the floor, that's fine too. We'll begin seated. Place your hands right at the bottom part of the ribs. Trace the ribs all the way from the sternum. Just trace that area, walk your fingers down so that you get a feeling of where the diaphragm actually attaches. And you'll start to notice that the diaphragm attachments to the ribs are kind of like a dome. And in this dome, on the in-breath, you feel the diaphragm move the ribs and it flattens out. On the exhale, it actually moves up toward the sternum. On the inhale, you feel the expansion. This is, of course, quite a gross exaggeration, but the diaphragm draws down and the diaphragm on the exhale lifts up. Keeping that in mind, place your thumbs toward the back side of the body. Place the rest of your fingers right under the ribs and start to feel that expansion. You breathe in. You feel the expansion of the low ribs, and you breathe out and you feel this drawing in sensation. Breathe in. Breathe out. One technique that you'll hear referred to in many classes is called Ujjayi breathing. I'll give an example of a very accessible way to connect to Ujjayi breath. And that is when you fog your glasses to clean the glass lens. Some of you don't have glasses and don't have this experience, but it's like fogging the mirror. To clean your glass lens, you fog the lens. And then, of course, you clean the lens. That is essentially what we do in Ujjayi breath. So now practice that breath work, fogging the lens. On the exhale, now unfog the lens on the inhale. Fog. Unfog. Now close your mouth, and as if you're fogging the lens, on the exhale, on the inhale, unfog. On the exhale, fog. On the inhale, unfog. Exhale. Inhale, Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now breathe very freely and naturally. This Ujjayi breath takes your attention to a second diaphragm at the throat area. There are several diaphragms. The respiratory diaphragm is the one we usually refer to in yoga. And now we've just kind of lifted our awareness up to the throat. Now lie down, either on your mat or on your bed, or just take your feet up if you're seated in the chair so that you can relax a little bit more fully. This is a nice technique to do before Shavasana or at the end of your practice. Stretch your legs out. Take your hands to your belly area. Relax your legs. Draw your breath in through the nose and out through the nose. You start to feel how the diaphragm, as it flattens out, it starts to move the organs. They often call this belly breathing because you feel the expansion in the belly. Now let's get a sense of the breath. As the breath is influenced in the belly area, the ribs, and the upper chest. So give a slight pressure to your hands. Close your eyes. Breathe in. Breathe out through the nose. Breathe in. Breathe out through the nose. Now take a longer exhale breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Move your hands up to your ribs. Apply a little pressure, drawing the hands in. Breathe in. Breathe out slightly longer. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Place your hands to your upper chest. Apply a little pressure, drawing in toward the midline. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Release your hands to your sides, palms facing up. Breathe freely and naturally. Bring your awareness to those three chambers: the belly, the ribs, the upper chest. Take your attention to the sound of your breath. In this practice, you focused on sound of the breath, the influence of this strong diaphragm, this strong muscle, how it shifts. The ribs, the organs, this is a nice way to focus your attention at the end of your practice. And yet you can take it into your day as well. Enjoy this time in Shavasana. Thank you for joining me in the practice. Namaste.